Hello guys, this is Shar. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for returning. Now y'all, is Diddy coming home? Is Diddy about to Diddy bop his ass home, y'all? The prosecution has straight up dropped major charges. You heard? They have dropped major charges against him. According to the USA Today, a live update on the Diddy trial, prosecutors have dropped kidnapping, arson, and trafficking. Now, y'all, the trafficking was the major charge for the RICO statute. You get rid of that. Do you even have a RICO statute anymore? I guess they still do because they didn't drop the rug charges, the rug trafficking. They didn't drop that, but they dropped the trafficking. So I guess he still has a part of the RICO charge, which I doubt if that even fly. I mean, I ain't no lawyer or nothing like that, not even close to it, but I doubt if that even fly, because the rugs that he had and was caught with and had in his home was still like an amount for personal use. You know, it might have been a lot, but it wasn't to the point where this was enough to be distributed like on a high level. So I don't even understand how that's still flying. That seemed like that should be dropped. You know what I'm saying? It's still to come. It may still be dropped. We never know. Okay. But yes, they also dropped the arson charge. They dropped arson because, oh boy, Kid Cudi, when he took the stand, you know, he didn't see Diddy do it. He didn't see Diddy do it. He didn't have any proof of Diddy actually blowing up his car. However, you know, he was messing around with Cassie. You know, Cassie said he knew about it. He knew he found out about us, whatever. He was getting calls and all this kind of craziness from Diddy. So, of course, he's just going to assume that Diddy did it. And Diddy probably did do it or had someone to do it. But he doesn't have any proof of that. The fingerprints that was on the firebomb thing, it was of some woman. It wasn't of Diddy's. He don't have no cameras of it because whoever was there dismantled the cameras. The dog can't talk. You know what I'm saying? Whoever, you know, hid the dog away in the bathroom for hours, the dog can't talk. So the dog can't tell who was there. So they had to drop that. You have no proof that he did it. So they had to drop that. That's understandable. As far as the kidnapping, I get that they ended up getting that dropped. Because these ladies, Cassie, Jane Doe, all of them, well, they really only talked about Jane Doe and then that squeamish little lady or whatever. Capricorn Clark and them wasn't really a girlfriend. She was really working for him. But all these little chicks, you know, they were able to come and go. Now, when you get around them, you know, he might hem you up or something like that where you're not leaving right then and there. And you might have to get your butt kicked for real, before you can leave. This is true. Okay? But it wasn't aligned with what is considered kidnapping. Anytime you can leave and come back at your own will and leave again and all this and that continuously, that's not kidnapping. You can't say it's kidnapping when these people are coming and going. You know, so that's understandable how that was dropped. And then the creme de la creme, the crew de cry, the traffic, y'all, that got dropped. Now that's a major part of the RICO. How are they dropping that? If you ain't got that, then you don't have a RICO charge. Well, I guess they still got partially RICO because of the rug trafficking, which I wouldn't be surprised at some point that get dropped. Because the amount of rugs that was found in his home and the amount of rugs that they were continuously saying that was being used between Mr. Combs and all these chicks was just personal use. You know what I'm saying? Personal use. It wasn't the amount where, he was getting ready to sell to a large group of people, or having pounds and pounds of it, and we like kilos and weight. He didn't have that. This is like personal use. So I mean, at best, get him on drug abuse. You know what I'm saying? Not RICO. So I'm waiting for that to get dry. I mean, is Diddy a horrible person? He is. Is he a monster? He is. Do he need to get what's coming to him? He does. But I don't know if he needs, well, I won't say what he needs. I don't think it's proven, this whole RICO thing, for him to get 20 years. For real. And it's starting to show, improve, because the prosecution is dropping charges. Where they do that at? What prosecutor are dropping charges? They didn't prove it. They wasn't able to prove it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, it makes sense on a legal standpoint. I mean, when you talk about X trafficking, and I'm no attorney, but I'm just saying, when you look at the guideline for X trafficking, when you talk about trafficking, you're talking about getting some women, putting them out there on the stroll, or however you get these women to get in contact with these other men for the act of X. You know what I'm saying? They get paid at some point. Even if you're not giving the women the money, the men are paying for the X. These men never paid. Matter of fact, they were the ones walking out with a fat pocket, 2 and 3 G's or more. Diddy was the one constantly shelling out the money. So, I mean, the charge is the opposite of what was actually happening. So, yeah, the prosecution, the state, whatever, was completely overzealous with some of the charges. And like I said, I don't understand how the drug charge is still standing. It seems like that needs to be dropped as well, because again, he's not making money to sell these rugs. The rugs were personal use. Anyway, y'all, this is crazy. This man might actually bop his way home. Is his reputation ruined for probably the rest of his life? Yes. Will he have the opportunity to make money? Yes, because he'll probably do a book and do his own movie and all this stuff. Probably make music about it. I mean, yes. Will he be liked by the masses? Maybe not. But, I mean, he still probably would have the ability to make money. So, yeah, I don't know. Real talk, I'm waiting for the rug charges to be dropped. Because, I mean, it's not on a RICO level for the rugs either. I mean, is Diddy a horrible person? Hell yes. You know what I mean? Is he a monster? For sure. But is this whole thing a criminalized organization? Hell no. Bad Boy was literally a record label. Literally started for records, to sell music, to find artists. Even though he wasn't paying them and all of that. That's neither here nor there. But the company, Bad Boy, was literally started for music purposes. Now, was he doing some illegal things along the way, down the line, and asking some of the employees to help him do this and do this and do that down the line? Yes. But it's not a criminalized organization according to the guidelines for RICO, y'all. I don't know. This man might really, literally Diddy bop his way home. Y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Do you think he's really going to come home? I mean, Trump not even going to have to pardon his ass now. He's coming home. And I really think he's going to get some time served. What y'all think? Drop down. I do talk back. Like the video. Subscribe. Hit your notifications. And until next time, guys. Ciao.